guys, welcome to Neptuna Tarot. My name is Cassidy. I'm so grateful if you clicked on here. Welcome to my channel. I put a lot of time, love, energy, effort into this channel. So any kind of energy exchange, whether it's a like, a subscribe, a comment, just know that I value them so deeply. Thank you so much for spending your time here. So now that that's out of the way, I just want to welcome you guys in. Today we're going to be doing a fun topic of what's the gossip on you. So I have kind of asked Spirit to give me a little bit more of the good gossip, more positive gossip, like good things that people are saying about you. So I am going to try my best to focus on that. I did kind of accept that if something comes out that's negative, I will still read it, but I'm gonna just kind of request to Spirit, set the intention here that for this specific reading, if we can try to make it a little bit more lighter, positive. I don't know why, I just do feel like the last gossip reading, it was just getting really nasty, and I just kind of want to hear like what's some good things, like let's hear what's some good things that are being said. So if the bad things pop up, we'll still take them, but just so you guys know, I have set that intention for this reading. Just this particular reading. Next time, if I'm feeling spicy, you know, maybe we can still take more of the other stuff, but tonight, I'm just not feeling it. So let's see what comes through. So for pile number 1, you guys shuffled black tourmaline, protection and grounding. Pile number 2, you guys shuffled amethyst, intuition and healing. And finally, pile number 3, you guys shuffled citrine, happiness and abundance. So there will be a 30-second meditation where you'll get a better view of the card, each card. And if you're still having trouble deciding which pile is for you, you can check in the description box below. I always shuffle music to go along with each of the piles, as well as you can find timestamps, you can find links to my music, as well as you can find information on getting a personal reading with me. All right, guys, I will go ahead and see you at your pile. Hi guys, if you picked pile number 1 with the black tourmaline, protection and grounding, this is your reading. Okay. So just with this energy here of protection and grounding, as well as with multiple cards that I'm seeing here, I do feel that you are somebody who has started protecting your energy. You've also begun to stabilize, ground yourself, and I feel an energy of comfort. I do feel an energy here of contentment, bottom of the deck. This energy is actually making me feel a little bit sad. So people could be saying that you are sad about something or you're upset about something, but it was something that you had to walk away from. It was something that was very necessary for you to kind of step into this positive energy of freedom summer. So, you know, currently we're in spring. I'm not sure when you guys will be watching this, when you'll find this video, but the time I'm creating it is spring. You know, we're actually still in winter in some ways. Well, no, yeah. I mean, we're about to step into March. So there's this energy here of looking forward, looking towards the summer, you know, looking towards happier times. And it kind of is making me sad because I think that you had to really manage your responsibilities and also walk away from things that were not serving you. Okay. With this King of Swords, you know, people are talking about how honest you are, that you're a very honest person. You're almost driven by the truth. You're driven by justice, truth, honesty, and that's something that you value. I think you also value direct communication. I think you're somebody who has a very good way with words. And people are talking about that, how there's something about the way you communicate that is very special. It's almost in a way you have mastered communication. Also, this could be about recovering when it comes to mental health. Okay, like you might have mastered taking care of yourself in a way that your head feels a lot more free, clearer. You're seeing things clearer here. So there's a sense of clarity that people are talking about when it comes to you. I do see that people recognize that you have a lot of responsibilities and you do a lot of work. This is the Two of Pentacles, but it is reversed here. So people are talking about how you can sometimes bite off more than you can chew, or you might kind of take on burdens when it comes to, like, I feel like this is like financially. So say like your boss asks you to do something, like you're gonna be that person that just kind of immediately says yes. Okay. You could also be like just really struggling to juggle right now. Juggle whether it's financial responsibilities, it could just be like actual work. So for instance, like your hobbies, or like maybe things that you also work on outside of work or something. It's just like the workload that you're carrying. You have too many things, and it's almost like people are saying that it would be nice if people, like, if you could collaborate with people. And people are definitely talking about your collaborations. With this Eight of Cups here, this is the main core factor for why I feel like you have been walking away. You have been removing yourself from situations that just aren't serving you. But it's not translating when it comes to like your workload. It's like, I think this is more of a social thing where you have walked away from relationships that did not serve you. But when it comes to financial, materialistic kind of burdens, or just like any kind of responsibilities that you have, commitments that you have, it's like people are talking about how it would be easier for you if you had help to help you manage some of these things, so that you didn't have to do all of the work by yourself here. So people are talking about that, but I think that people are also talking about how maybe you've had failed collaborations. Like I said, there are some things that you have walked away that didn't serve you. So I do kind of get a sense of like people are talking about how you are very protective and picky about who you allow to help you, or maybe who you collaborate with. And I think it comes from a place of trying to protect yourself. But there's a sense here of like, the future will be better for you than the past has been for you. And that's where, like I was talking about, this level of sadness that I'm feeling. It's almost like you have had to free yourself from, like, I want to say toxic situations that didn't serve you, situations that possibly hurt you or made you feel confined, or like you couldn't be yourself. Very just small. Like, I'm just seeing a caged bird. Like, I'm just seeing somebody who is very trapped in very toxic situations, that it almost is like people are talking about how brave it is that you are willing to walk away from things and choose your own freedom. And it's like, I do think that things are going to be really great for you in the summer. I don't know why people are talking about your summer ahead for some reason. Like, people are wondering what your plans are for the summer. Maybe you have a trip or something that you're planning or planned. And so people are just kind of have a sense that it's almost like you're in this energy of contentment right now. But it's like the future holds happiness. The future is going to be fun. The future is going to be, you know, like where you're going to feel a lot more like yourself, a lot freer. Like you can actually relax as well, is what I'm getting. Like relaxing in a pool, by the beach, by a lake, whatever it may be. We also had at the bottom of the deck this mystery card. So I do get a huge sense that a lot of people feel you have withdrawn, and they feel like they don't know a lot about you. They don't know a lot about what goes on in your life. They don't know your day-to-day. And I feel like people do feel that you're protective of your activities. You know, you could be nocturnal. You could like to stay up late. But I just kind of get a sense that there are things that are very hidden. And I think it's because, like I've been saying, is like you have had to walk away. And people talk about the bravery it takes to walk away, but they're also talking about how more closed off you've become. Like I said earlier, picky almost. And yeah, more selective, and yeah, people just are very curious about what's going on. Like, it's almost like people are just speculating. They don't actually know the situation. Some people have no idea what's going on. Bottom of the deck, we also have this Three of Cups in reverse, which to me indicates some really toxic friendships. It could represent toxic communities as well. So just like any kind of community or group or friend circle that you may have been a part of, I do get a sense of this is where a lot of fear comes in about deciding who you can trust to collaborate with, because like I said, I feel you've had some negative experiences in the past, and this could be close people that you are very close to, that it's like you've come out feeling like you had to free yourself, you had to protect yourself, and you had to ground yourself in order to almost make better discretion, or like decisions I should say, using better discretion. There's something here about fun. Something here about fun and how it's like this has kind of kept you away from having fun because you've had to kind of learn how to, I feel like, free yourself. You had to learn how to ask for help. Like, you still might be learning how to ask for help, how to collaborate, because I do feel like people are talking about how you do too much. You have too much of a workload, and like you need to ask others for help. There's only so much that you can do on your own, kind of thing. The Empress, beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. So people are saying really positive things. Like, I'm really glad that this is coming out, because like I said in the beginning of the reading, it was giving me a very sad energy. It was giving me a very, you know, melancholy, like kind of hurt energy, like you've been troubled dealing with particular toxic situations. And I just kind of think that you have learned from these experiences. Like, you have taken the wisdom from going through these kinds of challenging events, and now you are wanting to make something of it. Maybe even tell your story. I don't know what it is, but it's just like it's empowered you in some way. So people are talking about, yeah, like your freedom. They're talking about how you've been empowered, how it's almost like they can see your soul spirit coming alive here. They're seeing you sharing, I feel like, more of yourself. Like, it's almost like I'm telling you, there's something about looking forward. People can't wait to see what your summer is going to look like, because you've stepped into this energy, this freedom energy, where it's like you finally have empowered yourself to protect, ground, decide what is for you and what is not for you. What else are people talking about, Spirit? Patience. People are talking about how patient you are. Okay, people are talking about how you know what it takes to plant a seed, watch it grow, water it, take care of it, nurture it. And that's also that Empress energy, like that nurturing, mothering energy. Like, you know how to wait and watch something grow over time in the long term. It's almost like by walking away from things that are no longer serving you now, it's creating this justice, this truth for you to step into, that's going to just almost ensure that your future is full of fun and abundance and this summer energy. Mystery. We have mystery twice here, guys. Some people have no I want to say the F word, I don't know why. No fucking clue. Like, people have no idea what you're up to. For some of you, like, you have withdrawn, you have pulled away. I think that you are somebody who highly, highly, highly values your privacy, and it's because you've been burned. It's definitely coming from, you know, some people might call it jaded, but I'm just kind of getting it's protective energy. Like, you're very, very protective of your, I wanted to say your kingdom with the Empress here, like your environment. It's almost also like I'm coming back to that seed metaphor of like, you're making sure that the soil is fertile, you're making sure that there's water, like you're making sure that this is a healthy environment for something to blossom, something to really grow. That's that grounding energy, that stability here. Because I just feel like you can't really have this fun this summer. I feel like you haven't felt free enough because you hadn't been protected enough. You weren't, you know, like, you didn't feel safe enough to be your true self, or to really come out with this Empress energy, to start creating, possibly expressing yourself more. I feel like you really found your voice here with the King of Swords. So people are talking about that, and it's almost like I said, people are seeing you through a lens of someone who has a lot of clarity, someone who's a good communicator, and someone who also values truth, honesty. Like, I just feel like a lot of people respect you, and I feel like a lot of people want to know more. Like, with mystery here twice, people want to know more of your business, but I'm kind of getting, it's a catch 180 here, where it's almost like the reason people crave to know what you're up to is because you're such a mystery. So it's almost like if you were to give in and give more of yourself, give so much of yourself that people are almost like fed up and don't want to hear anything else. You know what I mean? People wouldn't be in this energy of like wanting to know. So I don't know, it's kind of like some level of reverse psychology here, where it's like your privacy has actually made people more curious. But if it's like a weird fine line of, if you were to overshare, like, people don't care, but it's like you don't share, so everybody cares. I don't know. So it's up to you what you want to share, how you decide to set those boundaries. That's up to you. Let me see here. See if I've got anything else for you guys. What are people saying? What are people saying? Let's do an angel oracle, but let's try to channel what are people saying. Not angels. What are people saying? And these are all really positive, so that's a good thing, I think. What are people saying? Positive change. Yes, like, this is like, people are saying whatever changes you've gone through, it's been positive. It's been for your happiness. It's been for your freedom. It's been for the future. There's something here strongly about the future. It says, dare to be different. When you're criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated or understood in their own lifetime, yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. So people are saying you're setting an example, and people say that because you might stand out, you might be a little bit different, but there's something almost brilliant and gifted about you, and that's the reason you stand out. And that's also probably the reason you need to protect yourself, because there are those people that are, whether they're just insecure themselves, envious, you know, they just don't have the best intentions for you. You know, they will criticize you, they will throw stones at what they, you know, don't understand, don't like, whatever it may be, but it doesn't mean that you're any less I don't know, valued. There will be people who appreciate and understand you, okay? And some people might not even be in this lifetime, okay, which is sad, but you're going towards a positive change. That's what people are mainly saying, okay? So that's all the time I have for you, pile one. I really do hope these messages resonate with you. If they did, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. I would love to hear from my pile ones. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night whenever you are watching, and I will see you next time. Love, light, protection, blessings, all the good stuff. Bye. All right, pile number 2. You guys chose this beautiful amethyst card. It says intuition and healing. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, sorry. I just realized we pulled a healing card over here. So we have healing twice. So that is definitely something people are talking about. They're talking about your healing journey. Okay, I do want to say this keeps nagging at me as I was shuffling, but there are definitely messages for you in pile number 1. I think that you guys are actually on a very similar journey. I don't know if it's because people watch multiple piles or something like that. So this could be like a different group of people talking about you or something, a different person maybe. You're doing like something like that. I'm not sure, but it feels super similar, okay? But see, this kind of feels maybe more, I don't want to say advanced because, no, okay, what it is, it's different people's perspective. So these are people that are seeing you as getting opportunities. That's what they're seeing. So they're seeing this healing journey. You also have intuition, and you also have awareness over here. So I just feel like people feel like you're getting opportunities because you've become more aware, because you have a heightened intuition, because you've been doing this healing work. People are feeling like things are just being handed to you in some ways. Now notice my tone. I feel like my tone kind of shifted whenever I said that. Things are being handed to you. I do feel like there is a sense of bitterness that is coming through. Some people couldn't, you know, see, this feels like the more like pile one kind of was coming through with more empathy and more pride for the person. It's almost like they understood that what pile one had to do was for their protection. But see, these kinds of people, the kind of people I'm tapping into for you that are talking about you, pile twos, it's more, I do want to say insecure people. It could definitely be codependent people as well, who are very upset at what's going on for you, because it means that they'll have less time, less of your time, less access to you, and it's also that you're going through this healing journey, and so you're going through a lot of changes. We have the Death card here, which to me just symbolizes, you know, rebirth and change. So you're coming out, you know, and it's funny I say rebirth, but that's what it feels like, is like people are getting a little antsy, this for pile two specifically, because they're almost kind of codependent to you. Yeah. And so this is also why it's coming through with all of these cards hidden, because they don't want you to know that they're maybe talking about you. They don't want you to know that they're feeling this way, because I am getting, these are like people that you could be close with or could have been close with. And I don't think that these are the kind of people that wanted you to change. They don't really like the shifts that they're seeing. They don't like, see, we have blossom over here. It's like this is actually something that is making you more attractive, you know, you're blooming, blossoming, and it's like anybody who isn't really happy for you to blossom, it's giving me hater energy, okay? It's definitely giving me people that what they're saying with silence and with the King of Cups in reverse is that you have become heartless. These are the kind of people that, because they're not getting what they want, because they feel hurt or insecure, triggered, whatever it may be, these are people that are taking your silence as rejection. And they don't like the rejection because they're seeing you in this blossom energy, right? They're seeing you getting quote unquote everything handed to you, right? And with your silence, they're almost taking that as rejection, as if I just heard better things to do, you know, like people are assuming that your silence is from a place of, I just heard self-righteousness and cold-heartedness, like, and that's where I'm kind of getting that these are the kind of people that are really insecure, and they need you. They feel like they need you, and they feel like you're being selfish for, I want to say, choosing yourself, for choosing to heal. Like, you see how toxic that is? Like they're upset at you for healing. They're upset at you for blossoming. So that's just kind of telling me that these were people that did not have your best interest at heart. You know, they wanted to keep you I don't know what they wanted. Like, you know what I mean? It's like when you have something blossom, you have a seed, right? And it grows, and it's like you're anticipating that blossom. You know it's going to happen. And so I just kind of get like people have been watching you over time. Like I said, it's about your entire healing journey. It's not just about the fact that you're in an energy of healing, or you put off an energy of healing, because I do get that too. But this, like, I'm seeing somebody poking a water balloon with a needle, you know? It's like they just wanted to prevent, I don't know what it, the water balloon, forget that, but it's, you know, it's something about sabotaging energy. Like they never actually wanted you to blossom. They didn't want you to get your wings. They didn't want to see you go through this rebirth change. But it's like it's like almost like these people felt it coming. They knew it was happening. And so now that you're actually in this energy, now that you're actually kind of in this energy of healing, getting opportunities, these people are upset. I don't know, bitter, and they just feel betrayed. They feel forgotten. They feel rejected. And it's like, I don't know if this is something that you do want to address with certain people. Like maybe there are people that you have been silent to, or maybe you haven't spoken to, that you know you don't want them to feel rejected as you're growing, as you're changing. And so, you know, you might need to communicate that with the people that you really value and love. But for most of you here, a lot of the people that are saying these things, they're projecting, and they're very selfish themselves for wanting to keep you at the same level, for wanting you to stay the same, for wanting you to stay codependent to them, for not wanting you to heal and find your power. You know, that's not the kind of people that you want around. And if anything, they've kept it very quiet. They've kept it very hidden from you, how they actually feel. Because before I reveal whatever this is, let's go ahead and take a look here at the bottom of the deck. We have this 9 of Pentacles here, which is all about independence. It's all about standing alone. It's all about, you know, gardening your own garden. And it's like you can take credit for all of that hard work from creating something. So it's like, I just feel like you put a lot of work into creating this independence and not being in a codependent type of energy, not needing validation from other people. And it's like people are taking it as you're cold-hearted and that you don't care anymore. And I think a big part of you doesn't care anymore because these are the people that made you feel like you need their validation, you know, or you need to ask them for their opinion. So yeah, people are talking about, they're talking about how you've hurt them, how you've betrayed them. This is, and like I said, they're not being direct about it. They're hiding how they're feeling. They're hiding the fact that this is hurting them, to see you blossom, to see you change, to see you heal. It's hurting these people. And like I said, this is totally up to you. But for some of you, this might be a conversation you need to have with certain people in your life. Like, look, I'm not trying to make you feel rejected. I'm not trying to hurt you in any kind of way. But see, that's feeling codependent to me, that the fact that you would need to, I don't know, what should I say? Like somebody who's being indirect with you, can't tell you how that you're hurting them. It's like you shouldn't have to go out of your way kind of thing to figure that out and to address it, and to also promise you're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like that's giving, it's not fair to you because you were never directly told. You may have intuition, strong intuition, and know exactly who I'm talking about, but have they told you how they felt, you know? We have the Five of Cups in reverse. I think that people, these people are expecting you to feel the same way. They were expecting you to feel abandoned. They were expecting you to feel hurt and upset and sorrow and grief. And I think you did feel those things. But like I said, there's anger that's coming through at your healing. There's bitterness coming through at your healing. And it's like I said, it's a projection because they're the ones hurting. They're still hurting. They haven't been able to heal, maybe from your absence, from your silence. Some of you ghosted people, you know? Queen of Pentacles. But see, I just think that you were working on yourself. You were putting in a lot of time, energy, effort to stabilize yourself, which goes back to pile one, huge pile one energy, this whole reading. You know, you were putting time, effort, energy in valuing yourself. And I feel like also standing alone, standing in your power. And it's like people are just very upset at how quickly opportunities are being handed to you, and like just how abundant you are. And it's almost like I said, it's like people saw this coming. They saw you going from this ace to this queen, but it's like, oof. Okay, so pile number 2 is I did get pulled away. So wherever I left off, I have no idea. Take it if it resonates, leave if it doesn't. But coming back to this, I think what I was trying to say, I think I already said it, I can't remember, but I was just really trying to say that these might be people that you do care about, but it's coming through as, you know, these are people that don't really care to see you in a positive energy and a healed energy. They don't, you know, these could be people that don't feel a lot of gratitude in their own lives. And I just saw 444 on the timer. They could feel a lack of stability in their lives. And so seeing you kind of blossom has been very triggering for the people around you. And so they're just talking about how they wonder how you've been able to, you know, make it to this point of abundance, confidence, stability. How have you healed? I think that these are people that are very curious and I want to say envious about your healing, but it's really sad to me because it's like these are people who want to heal too, but they just kind of, they don't know how. And so it's very triggering to see you in that energy because they just see you as you figured it out. You figured something out that they are struggling to figure out. And so on top of that, they feel this level of silence from you, which is triggering to them too. Yeah. I kind of want to pull another card here. I don't know why I'm being called to pull another card. Knight of Wands. Interesting. And look, the Nine of Pentacles stayed there at the bottom. You have a lot of earth energy. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo here. But then there's also this special side of you. Because it's a unicorn too, it just feels very like rare, unique that you get to see this side of you. but there's this really fiery, hot, creative, passionate side of you that I think people know exists, but it's like they don't always get to see that side of you. And I think that that is also what people are talking about, is like just how fiery and passionate and creative that you are. But it's almost like you keep that part of yourself very contained. You put off more of a calm exterior, a very calm exterior, yeah. But it's like you do know how to have a lot of fun. Yeah, it's like I just kind of get that these are people that really want to be a part of your healing journey. Like they wanted to be a part of it, but it's almost like they need to just support you. They need to learn how to just be there for you. Because it's almost like these people want to feel like you need them and they need you, which is creating more like these are codependent, insecure people who feel like they diminish their own value because you're not validating them. And it's not fair for you because you don't need to constantly be validating other people and filling almost like their cup. You don't need to fill their cup. You just need to focus on your own cup. And it's like, you know, if their cup is empty too, how much can they really be a part of your healing journey if they can't even be happy for you, you know? And yeah, so let's go ahead and get a last message. What are people saying? What are people saying? What are people saying? All right. What are people saying? Okay, prayer. Dear guardian angel, I pray, or to you I pray, when I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see order. Thank you. It's like, what people are saying is that they feel like you are connected to a higher power. You have intuition. You could possibly have, you know, believe in angels or believe in just that kind of spiritual protection here. So it's like people kind of feel like you are empowered in some way by your spirituality, by maybe your prayers, your protection, you know, whatever it is. It's like they just feel like you're able to find a way to heal. You're able to find a way to, you know, it's like when you're fearful, you know, you're able to remember love's only real. When you're lost, okay, you're able to find your way. When you're confused, you get clarity. It's like people just are talking about how you always seem to have the answers, but it's almost like it comes from within. It comes from you, like you have all the answers you need. You don't have to kind of extend yourself and go seek answers, validations from everybody else around you. It comes from, yeah, within. And I think it also comes from the fact that you know how to be alone. You know how to listen. You might be somebody who loves silence, okay? Take it if it resonates. Sorry, I just feel a very protective energy with you guys. Like, I just kind of want to tell you guys, like, people should be proud of you. You know, people should give you your flowers. People should be able to watch you blossom and be happy for you. And I'm just really sorry that you don't really have a lot of that around you at this time. Like, I think you're seeking out support systems as you can, but you know, just keep going inward for now. Just keep going inward for now, because it's working. It's working, and eventually I think that you're just gonna be drawing in the things that are supposed to be meant for you, just because your energy has been worked on from the inside out. All right, pile twos. Whoa, that's all the time I have for you guys. I'm sending you all the love, light, protection, blessings I can. Until next time, guys, please leave me a comment, like, subscription, whichever one, you know, I'll take it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Till next time, bye. Hi, pile number 3. You guys chose citrine, happiness, and abundance. All right, so what are people gossiping about you? So we actually pulled something interesting here. We pulled freedom, and then bottom of the deck we pulled summer. So for some reason, all of these piles are connecting to each other. These are the same cards that pile number 1 pulled. So there could be messages in that pile if you feel drawn. I kind of want to talk about the good things first because like I said in the intro, if bad things do pop up, I am going to read them. And I just want to do a reminder, guys, this is gossip, this is hot air. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. It's just something that people have been talking about, that people say out loud. It doesn't mean it's a fact. All right? It's an opinion. With that being said, people are talking about your lights. So they do talk about how brightly you shine. I think that people say that you come across as a very positive person, somebody that wants to spread a lot of light, I don't know, light energy. With the citrine here as well, definitely like a lot of smiling. I'm getting somebody who's smiling a lot, who really much promotes their self-image, promotes their image as a happy one, as somebody who's very, very happy. We also have the friendship card here, and I'm actually getting a really good energy. So people are talking about how you have really good friendships, or you have people who really support you, who take care of you, who, you know, are good friends to you. Like, you have a good support team, a good support system, like people who watch out for you. Also with freedom, you know, like I said, there could be messages from pile 1. But what I was basically getting from them was, well, honestly, I feel like yours is different. I don't know. With freedom here, people are talking about how you're a very free soul. Okay, like you could be somebody who has a lot of drive to not be held down or controlled by others. Like you're somebody who likes very much to feel that energy of freedom, like being yourself, not being controlled, not being held down, okay? A little rebellious as well. And with the Hermit here, people are saying that they don't see you out very much, or like they haven't been seeing you out maybe as often. People are saying that you are keeping more to yourself recently. But with the laptop here, I am kind of getting this energy of like people seeing you online. It's like they see you online, they know you're online, but it's like maybe you're not posting as much, maybe you're not going out in the real world as much, something along those lines where they know you're there. Like they see that maybe you're online, but you're not really showing up in the real world. Also, let's come back to this light energy, because like I was saying, it's like people are talking about how you project an energy of light and happiness. But there's something here in this card where it's her body language. She doesn't seem very happy, you know, like it's not really like a joyous energy. Her body language is not showing me happiness. And also with the citrine here, you know, it doesn't have to be, but for the sake of this reading, it feels forced. And so that's what people are questioning. People are questioning your happiness. They're questioning whether or not all the positivity, all the light, all the happiness, the abundance that you post, whether or not it's real, whether or not it's true. People want to know, I don't know, it's like these are kind of people who want to know the bad things that are going on with you, because they feel like you're a bit, I'm gonna say it, this is the bad part, they're saying that there's a fake energy, like they just don't believe it, they just don't seem to buy what you're selling here. And with the High Priestess in reverse, it's like I think you challenge people's intuitions. They're talking about how they feel like you're very intuitive as well, but it's like something is off, something like in people's internal systems, in their instincts, in their intuition, they just feel like something isn't quite right with the way you might be posting or projecting your image for some reason. Like people feel like, you know, you promote a lot of fun with the summer here too. Like you promote a lot of like happiness, fun, everything is great, everything is great, everything is great. But it's like people feel their intuition going off, like something is wrong. So people talk about that. They talk about how they always have this feeling that something's wrong. And they also feel like you've withdrawn for like a negative reason. Like, I don't know, people are saying, I'm getting like Virgo energy, but like shadow Virgo, where it's like somebody who might be very criticizing of themselves, critical of themselves, pardon me. Somebody who keeps to themselves out of insecurity. And also, like, let's get into the rest of the tarot. We have this is the Four of Pentacles. So once again, it's kind of like a withdrawn energy, or like somebody who is keeping not only themselves to themselves, but also like their material wealth and abundance. So it's like people are saying, oh my goodness, people are saying with the abundance here, it's like I said, you promote your image possibly as if you are incredibly happy, as if you have a lot of abundance. but it's like people are wanting, I don't know, it's like people wanting you to actually flex or prove to them that this is true, that this is real. It's almost like people are saying that whatever it is you're posting isn't matching up with the things that they like maybe hear about you from other people that are going on in your life, or like maybe this is even their direct experiences with you, where it's like they feel like when they're around you, you're not actually very happy. You're not actually like, maybe you don't have a lot of abundance, you know. And like I said, this is what's being said. It doesn't mean it's true. It's just that people are having these theories, they're having these conversations that they're not seeing what you're bragging about. It's almost like that, and that's how it's coming across, is like people think you're bragging. They think you're bragging, but they think that you're actually, like, you can't back it up. Like, you can't back up what you're presenting. Like I said, it's like this card is showing light, but her body language to me is showing somebody very closed off and like, you know, like in a hermit energy. And then we also have the hermit, but it's also this irony of her being online. You know, it's like keeping to themselves, but like also still like still posting is what I'm getting. Like, you could be still posting things, but it's like, it's not maybe pictures of your life. Maybe you don't post pictures. Maybe you post memes. Maybe you post like, you know, reposting like pictures or whatever it is. And it's like people are just feeling like they're not actually seeing the lifestyle that you're claiming to have. And with the Four of Pentacles, this is also like, I'm gonna say it, doesn't have to be true, but a selfish energy. Like, you're not somebody who's sharing a lot. You're not sharing, I feel like, details about your life. And you're also not sharing possibly money. And so it's like people feel like kind of like a selfish, greedy energy when it comes to money. And so it's like they feel like if you're so abundant, wouldn't you share that? Or like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Wouldn't you be more generous with that? Or wouldn't you at least, if you're not giving it to other people, like, wouldn't you at least, I don't know, like like present it? I don't know. It's like people are just not believing that it's actually there. It's really weird. And also with this Ace of Cups, to me, this is kind of screaming the happiness energy. So it's like happiness and abundance, happiness and abundance. But this is reversed, and this isn't a really positive energy to be in. This is, like I said, selfish, greedy, holding on too tightly. So it's like people don't think, it's like even though you promote this light, happiness, abundance energy, it's like people don't feel, they don't, when they're actually maybe in your energy, it's like they feel like you're not somebody who pours into their cup. They feel like you don't pour into their cup, you don't add love to their cup. It's like you're very stingy with sharing, whether it's emotional, like love, support, generosity, like being there for other people. Like people just kind of feel like you hold back, or you're not as giving as maybe you present yourself to be. It's like if you're so happy and abundant, wouldn't you be showing up in a different way? Like people are just, something is within their intuition saying something isn't right. I don't know if people feel like you're going through something where they just like I said, it feels like theories going around where it's like people are like, well, maybe they're just having a bad day, maybe they're having trouble with their partner, maybe they're having financial issues, maybe they're doing, you know, it's like people are coming up with a lot of theories, conspiracies about why a particular experience with you was negative, when you present, I feel, on social media as a very positive person. So let's go ahead and see what these other cards are. We have beauty. Okay. So people are secretly talking about how beautiful you are as well. Okay, so that's another positive thing. It's like people are definitely talking about how beautiful you are. It's almost like you don't really know how beautiful you are though, for some of you, because this is hidden. So it's like, I don't know if people withhold their compliments, they don't say directly to you that they think that you're beautiful, but there's definitely an energy going around where people talk about this. Hey guys, so my phone actually completely died. So I know exactly where I left off. It hasn't been very long. My phone is currently charging. I did get pulled away, so luckily I was already at a paused point. So it's not a big deal. Like, I know I'm just coming right back in. You know, we were just talking about how people, they see you as free, beautiful. You present happy, abundant. You present with a lot of light. So people, I don't know if it's just people who are maybe more pessimistic and they're just like, what's the catch? Or if these are people who actually have experiences with you that make them believe something is false or something is fake within this presentation. Like, I kept getting this energy too of like somebody who maybe posts a lot online about like, I've got money, you know, money is very important to me, money first, money this, money that, but then it's like they might not actually have it, you know. It's like somebody who is just kind of, you know, flexing a little bit. Flexing. So it's like people are kind of like wanting to see proof for some reason, wanting to see like evidence that what you're saying matches up with the real world here. So let's go ahead and get this tarot card, Knight of Cups. But people overall are saying that they think that you have a really good heart and that you are somebody who, whether or not it's true, it's like you still want to be this person. Like, you still want to be somebody who's very happy, very abundant, very loving. And it's kind of like a lot of people are giving you the benefit of the doubt. They're giving you basically like just kind of telling themselves like it's the thought that counts. Like, at least this person has dreams, has goals. At least this person, you know, like even if it's not true, even if this person isn't happy or isn't abundant, like at least they are kind of trying to manifest that life. I don't know. It's like people just trying to still have empathy for you. So, you know, people who are still trying to understand where you're coming from, you know, and not judge you so harshly. So I think that that might be what's hidden from you. Like, you might also like you might hear the bad things, but then the good things are maybe kind of just thrown out there, because there are a lot of good things here, like friendship, Knight of Cups, beauty, freedom. Like, to me, and the Hermit is all about introspection as well, and taking a deeper look at yourself. So there are a lot of good things that people are saying about you, saying that, you know, they see you maybe spending more time alone, which doesn't have to be a negative. You know, doing that introspection. They see you being loving, offering love out to the world. Like, even if it's just kind of projecting a fake image, like at least that image is one that is kind and happy and abundant, okay? I don't know, it kind of does feel like some people play into it. Like, they'll play into it. They'll, like, whether or not they actually believe it, they still like go along with it. We have feelings. So people are talking about your feelings, especially with the Knight of Cups too. So they could feel like you are somebody that is deeply, deeply sensitive, that you have a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, and a lot of hidden feelings. Like people don't like to, I don't know, like people might, like I said, this is another thing that you might not hear people directly talking about, because I think that they're a little scared of how you would react, because they know that you can be very emotional. So some people are scared of the reactivity that comes with sensitivity. But yeah, so they are talking about that. But it's like people are mainly just saying how there is a bit of envy here with beauty and freedom. It's like they see just how like free you are to just, I don't know, maybe express certain feelings, to be, I don't know, in this energy of beauty as well. So it could definitely be people who are looking for something wrong, you know? Bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Wands in reverse. So people could be talking about your home situation. They could be saying that your home life isn't stable at this time. They could be saying that, like, once again, there's something about you not celebrating as much, maybe you not going out as much, you not partying as much. I'm not sure why that's so important, but maybe that is something that you used to do a lot and maybe you're not doing anymore. So what else are people saying? We have affirmation. Be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think, or feel is thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life. As we acknowledge the divine order of life, the universe responds with ever greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and creation responds accordingly. Wow, okay, so yes, so people are kind of saying that, like I was saying, even if it is fake, in some way, it's like your language and thoughts, maybe you're trying to become that version of yourself or something. And so people are just saying, like, let this person manifest, let them kind of have that image of themselves as a goal, like let them, you know, let them dream kind of energy. But yes, there's still this stingy energy. Like if you are really abundant, if you do have money, it's like some people are saying like you need to be more grateful for those blessings for some reason, because like if you're not grateful for them, it's like the universe doesn't have a reason to continue giving those blessings to you. I don't know. But yeah, they're kind of saying like you're doing it as an affirmation. But I think something really important here is that it says you are a powerful creator. And I just think that people are looking at you through the lens of your potential. They're saying you have a lot of potential, I think, to kind of create the dream version of yourself. Like there are people who have faith in you that these things will align eventually, even if they're not at this moment. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Pile number 3, thank you so much. I'm sorry if there was kind of a stop-start point, but thank you so much for bearing with me. I hope that these messages resonate with you, and I hope you also know, like, they're not personal. This is just what people say. It doesn't have to be fact. So I'm sending you so much love, light, protection, blessings. Until next time, guys, if you resonated, please, please, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. All right, I'm sending you the best. See you later. Bye. Welcome, pile number 4, to your reading. This is a bonus pile that I have created, just a way to connect with my audience. So basically I pull a shorter version of the other piles. It is for myself and also for you as the collective. So we are the collective for pile number 4. Let's go ahead and jump in, see what came out. So for us, we shuffled Larimar, self-healing and relaxation. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles over here. We have the 10 of Cups. We have whimsy, scent, recognition, and light. So let me tell you, I do think it's kind of split into two things here. But overall, bottom of the deck energy, we have the future. So I think a lot of people could be talking about the future for you. We have recognition and light. I think that people are having a conversation about you possibly getting recognition, about light being shown on your work, your talents, on you, whatever it may be. Okay, so recognition and light here. So people are talking about the future and how your future, I don't know, it's like, I think this is kind of like the moment before recognition, before things maybe start up for you, kind of thing. This is like that moment before it gets real. Yeah, like that recognition comes into play. And so these are the kind of people that I feel talking about you are, I think it's split into two. It's like the people who love you, support you, see a positive outcome for you with light. And then there's kind of like the other people who are seeing this in a doubtful way. Like they're just kind of doubting your capabilities. But basically at the end of the day, it's just all about your future. Like people are just discussing your future for some reason. So whether it's good, whether it's bad, they're discussing your future, discussing what would happen if you get recognition, is what I'm seeing. And bottom of the deck, we do have courage, okay? So it's like people are saying you're courageous. I'm hearing courageous just for putting yourself out there. Just the fact that you have made it to this point where it's like people are discussing your future, discussing what you're going to do with certain talents or certain career paths, whatever it may be. They're just, I don't know, like why else would people talk about your future? It's because they see it going somewhere. They see a direction. And there are those doubtful people who do want to kind of say it might not go anywhere. All right. So let's talk about the bad, right? Let's get the bad out the way. So we got the King of Pentacles in reverse and we have whimsy. So to me, this is kind of showing a laziness. So there are people who are saying that you might not want to put in the work, that you could be lazy, that you don't have consistency or stability in what it is that you are trying to create. So this is the doubtful people, right? This doesn't have to be fact. This is just what people say, okay? Let people just say what they want to say, because a lot of people are saying maybe you're not willing to put the time, the effort, the energy, the money, you know, whatever it takes, like materialistically, to, I think, continue towards the dream future, right? So it's like, whether people know what your goals are personally or not, it's kind of like people, the doubtful people want to say you don't have what it takes. Like they really want to kind of pull on maybe this energy of relaxation. I think you are somebody who likes to feel rested, who likes to feel very well rested, comfortable, who likes to feel relaxed. I think that that's actually part of your healing, is being in a safe energy and feeling very relaxed. But it's like people, you know, are talking about how you might seem too relaxed, like too, I don't know, like some people are questioning your ambition just because of maybe your pace. Okay, which it's like, this is the tale as old as time, guys. Like the rabbit and the hare, or like the turtle and the hare, sorry, the rabbit and the hare, that's funny. Both of the rabbits full speed ahead, right? No, slow and steady wins the race. So it's like some people are just kind of looking at certain things that they can pick at and see in a doubtful way, and just like it's really what they're wanting to say instead of saying, this person is so lazy, this person does, you know, what they want to say is like, they don't think you have the ambition, the direction, the consistency to make something successful. I don't know. So yeah, these are the negative Nancys, right? And we have whimsy here. So it's like they see you as like a dreamer, but it's like they're not seeing, they feel like you don't have a realistic understanding of what you need to do in the material in order to manifest the future that you are currently seeking. And so that's why I think recognition is over here, in a darker kind of colors, you know, darker colors compared to the light energy, because it's like people feel like once you were to get this recognition, I don't know, it's like people are just wanting to not have faith that you can keep up with it, or that your ambition won't stay there. I don't know what, you know, it's not, it doesn't feel like it's coming from like examples. Maybe, yeah, it feels more like theories. It feels more like, oh, like maybe past versions of yourself as well. People are basing these characteristics on, basing your work ethic on a different version of you from the past, okay? Yeah. So then we have the light, fluffy side. I did kind of talk about this mermaid's body language in pile number 3, how it is very closed off, okay? So I do feel like I'm hearing privacy, okay? This is about keeping some things closed, keeping some things private. So people are kind of saying that you bring a lot of positivity to the table. Like you bring a lot of like cheering people up, making people smile, just kind of like lightening the room up when you come in. Also with this 10 of Cups, this is about having a happy family. So people could be saying that you have a happy family, a happy home life here. To me, this is definitely giving a romantic energy with the 2, are those geese? Yeah. Is it a swan or geese? I don't know. No, it's a swan, yeah. And so people are talking about a relationship. Sorry, I'm not a bird expert, leave me alone. Yeah, people are talking about a romantic connection that is coming across as very fulfilling, very emotionally fulfilling, I'm sorry. Like there's just a lot of reasons. I think that this relationship brings you joy. Like there's just 10 cups. Like I'm just seeing the 10 cups very clearly. It's just like there are countless reasons here that this connection brings you harmony, brings you love, emotional satisfaction here. And especially with the Scent card. If it's not a person, okay, it could definitely be like a home situation, like a family situation. Like people could be saying that you have a very happy family, that you have a very loving, emotionally available family here. But as I was saying with the Scent card, like people are talking about the intimacy that you may have with people. Like people could also be saying that you smell good, okay? But people could just be talking about how that's the intimacy, like that you, I don't know, there's something about intimacy and like being very close to people where it's almost like you know their scent, okay? It's funny, I was actually talking to my boyfriend about my cat and I'm like, oh, like I just love her smell. I just love her smell, her scent. I don't know what it is. She just smells so good to me. And it's kind of like that intimacy, like that level of love, that level of just like people feel like you are somebody who loves very hard and like to the point where you demand intimacy. Yeah, I don't know. And so it's like there's just like a lot of loving energy over here, and then there's a lot of like, I just keep hearing doubt, like so much doubt, like people who just want to throw a lot of doubt and negativity into your mind, and they don't want to see you kind of be in this energy of light, emotionally fulfilled, intimacy. But I think that you actually pull a lot of energy from self. We have self-healing. So it's like you can go inwards and actually create healing for yourself. Yeah, create healing for yourself to the point where it's like whether or not people believe in you or they don't, it doesn't really matter because you're pulling from that inner well. Okay? That inner well. Let's see. I want to pull one more card here. Manifestation. Believe in yourself, trust your instincts, and follow your heart, for in doing so you shall manifest all your heart's desires. The life you have for so long aspired to create will soon manifest. I told you guys, this is like that peak moment right before certain manifestations are coming into play. So people are talking about your manifestations. They're talking about your future. They're talking about what are you manifesting? What are you bringing into your future? What steps have you been taking in order to manifest this this life that you have for so long aspired to create? And like I was just talking about, it comes from self. Believe in yourself. People also recognize that you don't need other people's validation, that you believe in yourself, that you can heal yourself. Like you don't need other people to believe in you so, you know, so deeply where like their doubts don't affect you, okay? They don't affect you. And yeah, I think people are just really intrigued because they're very curious about what your future will look like. Because right from this perspective right now, they're saying it looks very relaxed. Like you look very relaxed. So they're just kind of wondering, like, if you're relaxing, what could you be manifesting? Like the doubters are like, ugh, like what could they possibly be manifesting if they're so relaxed all the time? And then the other people are like, wow, they're in such a happy, positive energy. I wonder what they could be manifesting, you know, like, so, like it's just different perspectives that I'm seeing, but basically they're all talking about the future and your manifestations. So I'm gonna leave it at that, pile number 4s. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys to bits. Thank you if you join me for any of these bonus readings. You know, I feel like we are in some ways connected. We needed this message at this time. I hope it resonated for you guys. And if it did, please, please, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. I would love to hear from my pile 4s, of course. Until next time, guys, I'm sending you love, light, protection, blessings. See ya.